Phillip Rivers, gone, retires. Dadgum, amazing statement, multiple dadgums, thanks his family members, which is like this long. It's like he's reading off a scroll when he thanks all of his children. I'll start real quick. And then Marcus, I'm curious, you mentioned the money that you've won betting against him. I just liked watching him, and not because it was pretty. It was kind of the exact opposite. He came up in like a scouting era where we were looking for this traditional mold of drop back quarterbacks with great form and did things a certain way. He threw it like a shot put. He mouthed off to officials. He was like the most memeable sideline quarterback, right? Because everything had an expression. He threw terrible interceptions. He didn't win a Super Bowl, but he played with the torn ACL. And I guess my thought is just, I really will miss the entertainment. Like, so often we look at results. For me, with Phillip Rivers, it just starts with like, that was a weird, wild ride. And I enjoyed every minute of it for different reasons. And I thought, what a career. But it starts with just a guy that was like a WWE character as a football player.
Yeah, I would say he's never going to be in anybody's top 10 quarterbacks list, but he's in my top 10 most fun quarterbacks, because every single week you were in, for a crazy fourth quarter finish, whether it was missed field goals at the end of games or crazy comebacks. I just think he was so much fun to watch. I don't know if he's a Hall of Famer. He'll probably get some votes, and maybe he'll get in. But a very good quarterback for nearly 2 decades. Shout out to you, Phillip Rivers. You had a lot of fun.
Mascot of the show. What do you think, Connor?
I think when you look at it, it was a career that it almost felt like we were so enamored with his antics at times that we forgot how incredible he was, and just how, they had some seasons where they would win 12 games, and it's like you come up just short like that. So I think when you look at Rivers, the question around him going forward is always going to be, will he get in the Hall of Fame? And we're in an era of quarterbacks where the same question is going to be around Eli Manning, Ben Roethlisberger, on and on and on. I actually think, as great as he was, he might come up short strictly because of the postseason play, which seems to weigh in so much on voters. Yeah. But in terms of overall quarterback play, I thought he had a better career on the field than Eli Manning, which might be a hot take. I don't know if it is. For how long he did it. I mean, we all think he could have gone out there next year and probably won and done it again for the Colts. I mean, it is cool to see him go out, not like Breeze. The arm was getting pretty shot, but it wasn't like Breeze where you couldn't have him on the field anymore.
Yeah, levels of shot.
I think he was on a team that was, pretty bad ownership for a while. They didn't want to spend money, and yet he kept that Chargers team competitive. So I absolutely agree with you, Connor. I think he's a better quarterback than Eli. He doesn't have the same postseason success as Roethlisberger, but for most of the careers, he was the better regular season quarterback, and I'm fine with saying that he was a better overall player.
I pour one out for a fan favorite of this podcast, and some guy we had a great deal of fun talking about and debating. And he'll be coaching high school football for like the next 3 or 4 decades, and probably be awesome at it. Certainly be fun to watch. So Phillip Rivers, congrats, and thank you for all of it, good, bad, and in between.